Did you know your feed wants you to have the latest updates in digital marketing? So you are in luck. I'm JB from Belmore Digital with my digital update for this week, Monday, 20th of April 2026. We are nearly 1/3 of the way through the year. This week, ChatGPT citations are favouring longer structured content. Google is introducing the idea of agentic optimisation for AI agents. Dynamic search ads are heading for retirement. PPC strategists are talking about profit instead of clicks, and Google Maps is now answering recommendation questions. Different announcements, same pattern. Discovery is slowly being filtered by machines first. And before I get into it, my Digital Trends 2026 report is out now and it is free. Chock full of detailed strategic insight, it is an essential read for any senior marketer, founder, or C-suite leader who wants to stay ahead of the game. Your time won't be wasted. Grab your free copy, the link is in the description. Now, if you want to know the full story, go read the full post on belmoredigital.com or watch the full-length video right here on my Belmore Digital YouTube channel. Get in touch to discuss any of these things with me or drop me a follow to get more of my updates in your feed. Thank you. AI prefers content that actually explains things. A small but telling study looked at how ChatGPT decides which sources to cite. The research behind ChatGPT citation patterns found that longer, structured articles appeared more often in AI responses. Clear headings, explanatory depth, and well-organized content seem easier for models to reference. In other words, the machine prefers sources that actually explain things. If you produce content, this is worth paying attention to. For years, marketers were told shorter content performs better online. Concise still matters. Thin does not. If you want AI systems to quote you, give them something worth quoting. The larger shift is that visibility increasingly means being referenced inside AI answers rather than simply ranking in results. That changes how authority shows up. Instead of competing only for clicks, brands now compete to become the source an AI trusts. If your content strategy has not been reviewed in a while, it may be time. Our SEO services help structure content so both humans and machines can understand it. Get in touch to discuss this with me or drop me a follow to get more of my updates in your feed. Optimizing for software that reads the web first. Google's AI team has started using the phrase agentic engine optimization. The idea is simple. AI agents will increasingly research, compare, and summarize information before a user ever visits a website. The browsing happens on the user's behalf. That changes the audience slightly. Your content is still written for people, but it may be evaluated first by software deciding which sources to trust. If your pages are vague, bloated, or hard to parse, the agent simply moves on. You can already see the direction here. AI overviews, summarized answers, and recommendation engines all push the same way. Machines are acting as the first reader on the web. If you manage a website, ask a blunt question. Could a machine understand your page clearly in 10 seconds? If the answer is no, our SEO strategy services can help bring some order to this structure. Get in touch to discuss it with me or drop me a follow to get more of my updates in your feed. Google retires another advertising leader. Google has announced plans to retire dynamic search ads. The details in Google's move away from DSAs explain that AI Max will take their place. The new format relies much more heavily on automated campaign creation and targeting. You may have noticed the pattern here. Every few years, another manual control disappears. Advertisers are told the machine will handle it better. Sometimes it does, sometimes it absolutely does not. Anyone who has audited a poorly behaving automated campaign knows exactly what I mean. There is also a philosophical problem here. When the system chooses the keywords, builds the ads, and sets the targeting, it becomes difficult to diagnose what actually drove performance, which is convenient if you are the platform selling the ads. If you are running Google Ads right now, it is worth reviewing how much automation sits in your account. Our PPC management services can help you assess where automation helps and where it quietly causes problems. Get in touch to discuss this with me or drop me a follow to get more of my updates in your feed. PPC people, remember profit exists. A thoughtful piece this week explored a different way of thinking about paid advertising. The idea behind this profit engineering approach to PPC is that marketers should optimize campaigns around profit rather than surface metrics like clicks or leads. It sounds obvious when you say it out loud, yet many campaigns are still optimized around platform metrics rather than business economics. Conversion volume looks great on a dashboard, even when the margin behind those conversions is thin. If you manage paid media, this question is worth asking yourself. Do you know which campaigns actually drive profit after fulfillment, refunds, and operational costs? Or are you mainly looking at platform numbers? Advertising systems are very good at generating activity. Activity and growth are not always the same thing. Our paid advertising strategy services focus on aligning campaigns with the numbers that actually matter. Get in touch to discuss this with me or drop me a follow to get more of my updates in your feed. Google Maps starts giving its own advice. Google Maps is slowly turning into a recommendation engine. A new feature described in Ask Map recommendations allows users to ask questions like, "Where should I eat tonight?" directly inside the map interface. The system responds with AI-generated suggestions. You can probably guess where this leads. If Maps becomes a place where people ask for advice rather than directions, the map listing itself becomes the front door to discovery. If you run a local business, take a quick look at your own listing. Are the photos current? Are reviews active? Is the business information complete? Small details quietly influence which places appear in recommendation systems. Local visibility has always depended on signals like reviews, accuracy, and activity. Now, an AI layer is sitting on top of those signals. Our local SEO services help businesses keep those signals in good shape. Get in touch to discuss this with me or drop me a follow to get more of my updates in your feed. And that's a wrap. A pattern sits underneath all 5 stories this week. AI systems are gradually moving into the role of interpreter. They read the web, recommend businesses, generate ads, and summarize information before people see it. If machines increasingly sit between you and your audience, clarity really matters. Content that explains things well, advertising aligned with real business numbers, local listings that are maintained properly. The basics still do most of the work. My Digital Trends 2026 report is out now and it is free. If you are a senior marketer, founder, or in the C-suite, this is the read that will put you at the forefront. Grab your copy, the link is in the description. If you want help cutting through the noise and turning change into progress, get in touch via the details in my profile. And in the meantime, don't forget to drop me a lovely follow to get more of my updates in your feed. Cheers.